Hello, everyone. Welcome to Out of Character. I'm your host, Defaulty GM, and today is the day after Brigade Con. And the reason that I'm making this video is because I got to 200 subscribers. Woo! Um, and yeah, Brigade Con was super awesome. I hope everybody had fun yesterday. I wasn't planning on making any videos for I don't know, like a week to give myself time, because working on all the stuff that I did yesterday literally ate up a lot of my time. So I just wanted to give myself a break. But I've been thinking about a video that I've wanted to do for a while, and I decided that I wanted to wait until I got to 200 subscribers to do it, as a way to celebrate getting that far. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to talk about how the OSG changed my life. So before I found the way I found the OSG is that a few YouTubers that I was subscribed to, they would always talk about the OSG, and they'd be like, I found this group on the OSG, and so on and so forth. So I decided to, look it up, and I joined the OSG on Facebook. And man, it was literally my introduction into the RPG community. Now, before then, I had never actually been a part of an RPG community. It was just, me and my friends that played. So I wasn't really that deep into it. And I've been a part of forums before, I've been a part of gaming forums, but never have I been a part of a community that is so homey and so, it feels like a family, You get welcomed in, everybody's very supportive of one another, and even if we have differing opinions, most of the time you can play with one another. It was awesome. It was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had in my life. I went in there and I just saw people posting up a lot of awesome material. People would just find things that are interesting to them and then post it up just in case it helps somebody else. People were discussing and debating. It was just a really good feeling. The whole community gave off an amazing vibe. And I just felt so inspired. So because I joined the RPG, the OSG, because I joined that, I saw a lot of people posting up videos of them playing with their friends online. And at the time, I was working at Panera Bread, and I was working an obnoxious amount of hours. I didn't really have a lot of time to do anything. I didn't have a game system at the time, and it was just, there was a lot of stuff going on in my life where I just felt kind of like I wasn't going anywhere, I wasn't doing anything. I was just kind of existing. I was working at this kind of dead-end job that, wasn't really going anywhere. And there was just a lot of stuff going on that I just wasn't really happy with. But because I saw everybody else playing, I decided to ask my friends. And a lot of my friends were not in town, so they lived in a few towns away, so they couldn't get here to play with me. And I have other friends who are in different states, so I invited them to play with me on Skype, and that was awesome. And I still play with them today, and it's one of the best. It's probably the only campaign that's kept going for so long, and it's because we can all just get around, and it's just a really amazing thing that we can play online, and it feels the same, sometimes better in certain cases, to be able to play online. But yeah, so that was the first big thing that I got out of it, being able to start playing and start interacting with people and being social. I also started posting up on the OSG, but because of my schedule at Panera Bread, it was really hard for me to get into games on the OSG. But from the OSG, I posted up one conversation, and it was about racism, and it was, this guy was complaining that he made his character into some, whatever, it wasn't important. I posted up a thing, and somebody else directed me to post it up in the RPG Brigade, which again was a whole nother group that felt just like the OSG, but was more based around the philosophy than the mechanics and gaming, which was really cool, and also changed a lot of my perspectives on how to do a lot of things, and opened up, they have a lot of interesting conversations over there too. So it was just By going to the OSG, I started going to all these different places that I didn't even know existed. And then because I was in the OSG, and because everybody in the OSG makes so many videos, and they just post videos all the time, and they're not posting videos so that they can become YouTube famous, they're posting videos because they love the community, and they think that what they have to say is important. Somebody will be having a conversation, and because everyone in the OSG feels empowered, that their opinion matters to everybody else, they don't feel afraid to make a video and then share that video so that other people can either agree or disagree, so that they can fully voice their opinion on a subject. And I thought that that was amazing, and I didn't think it worked that way. And I've always wanted to make videos, but I've never felt inspired to do so, because YouTube has always seemed like basketball or like being a musician, right? Where it's the luck of the draw. Like, everybody is typically very good, but unless you have the resources or the money or the luck, mostly the luck, you're not going to become YouTube famous. You're not going to get up to the level where you'll get a bunch of subscribers and people will actually care about what you have to say. But most of the people on the OSG didn't care about that. They were just making videos to make videos, and whether it was just that one video, or whether they post up all their videos to show everybody else their games, it was what people were doing, and that inspired me to make my first video. Obviously some YouTubers did too, but the biggest inspiration was from everybody else doing it. Everybody else making videos and feeling confident that their opinion mattered made me feel that my opinion mattered and that I could share videos too. So I made my first video, then my second video, then my third video, and I got a lot of support from everybody in the OSG, plus a lot of other YouTubers who I consider to be some of my biggest inspirations, which was awesome. And because I made videos, Tim and James reached out to me to join the Copper Jackals group, which obviously had a lot of direct impacts. For one, I got to talk to Tim and James a lot, and I also met Chris, and I also met Carl, and those two, and I met a lot of other people in the Copper Jackals group too. But again, I never would have been invited there if I never went to the OSG. And then I started my own setting. From going to the Copper Jackals, I had been working on this setting that I really wanted to do, and I started to take it seriously. And it wasn't just a Copper Jackals group. People in the OSG have a lot of settings. People have Wikipedias for their settings and all kinds of crazy stuff going on in the OSG that I think I can make my own setting too. I think it's possible for me to make my own setting and for me to share it with people so that they can play in it. And so I started seriously working on that. Now, the biggest thing that I want to talk about, and there's so many ways that the OSG has changed my perspective on everything. But last year, 2014, I watched Brigade Con, and I thought that it would be amazing if I could be a part of that. But I didn't think that it was possible. I watched the Brigade Con, and I was like, wow, it'd be so cool if I don't know, I could help do something. If I could just be a part of this thing. This thing is cool. This thing is awesome. And this year, I ran a panel in it, and I ran a game in it, and it was all because of the OSG. If I didn't join the OSG, if I didn't join and I didn't see all of you great people, I never would have made videos. And if I never made videos, none of the stuff that I have done in the few months that I've been making videos would have ever happened. Yesterday would have been me watching people have fun, watching people play games, and watching people do panels, and thinking the same thing that I did last year. Thinking, man, it would be awesome if, I could be a part of that. So, to everybody at the OSG, to just everyone, thank you so much for, inspiring and supporting me, and, just being great. I think the OSG is an amazing place, and if you're watching this video and you don't know what the OSG is the RPG one-shot group created by Juice, and it is literally one of the gems of the internet. Like, it is an amazing, homey place that you will be accepted in, and you will find friends, and you will always find people who want to play. It's not like a lot of other sites where, people want, 5 years of experience, or, they want, experienced players who are only looking to play 5e. People in the OSG play all kinds of games. They're always interested in teaching new players how to play. They're just really awesome people. And just, if you're looking for a place to, grow and to learn, please join the OSG. So, Juice, a very special shout out for you. Thank you for creating the OSG. The OSG, and you particularly for creating it, have truly changed my life. And to everybody who subscribed to me, thank you. You're all beautiful, and I love you. Peace out. Click